Are we actually watching a fringe offseason signing steal a starting receiver job? Keep pounding. We have two massive roster updates to discuss today. First, one fourth-year veteran wideout on a $1.9 million deal just exploded for 6 catches and 77 yards. With injuries hitting our rookies, he is pushing for a real role. Second, a recent 4th-round draft pick at tight end might lose his roster spot because we just signed a 33-year-old veteran who scored 6 touchdowns last season. I will tell you exactly who they are right now. Please stay until the end, hit that like button, and subscribe today. John Metchie III recorded 6 receptions for 77 yards during a preseason game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, thrusting himself into the spotlight of our receiving corps. After signing a 1-year, $1.9 million deal in March, he was barely on the bubble, but he has now totaled 10 catches for 124 yards across 3 outings. This is where it gets real, as his productivity during these snaps offers a lifeline for our offense. With Xavier Legette fighting an ankle injury and Chris Brazzell too also banged up, does Metchie represent our best chance to sustain drives early this season? I am genuinely excited by his veteran presence, but I want to pump the brakes before assuming he cements a starting spot alongside Tyrone McMillan and Jalen Coker. Could he truly be the reliable target we have been searching for to fix our third down efficiency? Winning a spot on the roster is rarely this clear-cut for a veteran arriving on such a low-risk contract. Before his recent success, John Metchie III was largely viewed as a long shot to remain in our plans given the crowded competition. Bleacher Report now highlights his rise, and honestly, the math speaks for itself. What makes this even bigger is how injuries to other guys have forced the front office to reconsider his value. I watched these preseason snaps closely, and his connection with our quarterback is already showing legitimate chemistry. Is this just a flash in the pan, or are we witnessing a permanent climb up the depth chart? Dave Canales must be seeing that reliability in the slot during practice, which explains his current surge. If he sustains this level of efficiency, the decision to sign him will look like pure genius. The front office just sent a shockwave through our locker room by signing tight end Darren Waller to a 1-year contract. I have watched Ja'Tavion Sanders grind all preseason, but this move fundamentally changes the pecking order. Sanders was already buried on the depth chart behind Tommy Tremble and Mitchell Evans, and now his path to a roster spot looks incredibly steep. Here's where it gets interesting. Can a 4th-round pick really survive this level of veteran competition? The 33-year-old Waller is coming off a productive stint where he hauled in 24 catches for 283 yards and 6 touchdowns in Miami, proving he still has plenty of gas in the tank. I'm excited to see such a proven playmaker join us, but I want to pump the brakes before assuming his presence spells the immediate end for Sanders. Does this competition ultimately help us or hurt us? Bringing in a veteran like Darren Waller adds instant credibility to our offense, and honestly, the math on his recent production is impossible to ignore. After securing 24 catches for 283 yards and 6 scores in Miami, he brings a level of polish that our younger guys just cannot match right now. Here's the thing nobody wants to say. Ja'Tavion Sanders is genuinely struggling to adjust to this speed. He is buried behind Tommy Tremble and Mitchell Evans, and his lackluster showing during the second preseason game has put his roster spot in serious danger. Is it fair to sour on a 4th-round pick so quickly, or is the reality of his limited snap count simply too much to overcome? My honest take is that the front office is clearly prioritizing experience to win now. Could this veteran presence actually stifle his development? Or is this the wake-up call Sanders needs? When you put both of today's stories together, here is the picture that emerges for the Carolina Panthers regarding our roster construction. Bringing in a veteran like Darren Waller while simultaneously leaning on a breakout performer like John Metchie III shows the front office is prioritizing immediate, proven production to raise our floor. And here's why that is a big deal. We are clearly moving toward a win-now mentality that refuses to wait on raw potential if experienced options are available. This shift forces us to ask tough questions about our long-term strategy. Do you trust Metchie to maintain this production when the regular season snap counts begin to matter? And are you comfortable with moving on from our younger tight ends so quickly for a veteran like Waller? I truly want to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe. Keep pounding.